Welcome back to the Pony Math Teacher. So, expectations, remember to rewatch this video, pause it, change the playback speed as desired, and especially you might want to go back and just rewatch old videos as well, because we are converting today. Is this one it? Is this one it? Yeah, converting. All right, so you have three forms that you know of. You learned slope-intercept form first, standard form second, point-slope form just recently, and now we're going to convert between all three. Because sometimes you're given one, but you prefer another one. Or another one tells you information a lot quicker than actually doing other math to find that information. So, we are on converting linear equations, page 33. Next video will maybe be one video. It might be two, because it is two different pages of notes. We'll see how fast the notes go. If it's like at 10 minutes, I'll just make two videos. But if it's over, then I'll probably do, if it's under, then I'll just do one video probably. And then this will be a PDF that I show on the screen, and then I'll be typing or doing something through that. We'll see how that one goes. So, we're on page 33. 33! 33! Converting linear equations. So, we have three steps. We're going to start with point-slope form, go into slope-intercept form, and then go to standard, and then draw a step line down because it kind of gets, it's not complicated, but lots of arrows, and we'll also be jotting down notes to ourselves of what steps we're doing and why. But if you want to add more notes to yourself or put sticky notes in, put stars, hearts, triangles, whatever you need to make sure that you remember something, do it. It's your notes. Okay, so we're going to start off with writing it in point slope form. So, when we are given a point and a slope, okay? And sometimes this slope will have to follow certain criteria. We'll learn next video on parallel and perpendicular lines, just to foreshadow. So I'm given a point. I know the slope that I need. I'm going to write it in point slope form. Remember, it's the opposite, of our x's and y's. That's our point slope form done. If this is all it asks for, you are golden. But sometimes it asks to turn your point slope form into slope-intercept form. So we are going to convert point slope to slope-intercept form. All right? So our goals overall is to get y isolated, because remember, it's y equals mx plus b. So and we already have our m here. I'm trying to get the y by itself. So I'm going to show all the, yeah, I guess I'll label the steps too at the same time. Okay. So there are two ways to do this. Because we have a fraction, 4/5, and because I know people don't always love fractions, I'm going to show you a way that gets rid of the fractions at the beginning, and then we'll reintroduce them at the end. Because we still have to end with 4/5 as our slope. We can't just change the slope for no reason. So I'm going to keep my y plus 1 equals 4/5 x minus 2. But I'm going to actually multiply both sides, I'll use some blue, by 5. Okay, I'm going to multiply both sides by the denominator of slope. Okay, so the denominator of my slope is 5. Now notice that I drew these parentheses as well. So I can distribute this 5. 5 times y is, let's just switch back to green, is 5y. 5 times 1 is 5 equals. Okay, now this is the good part that gets rid of the fraction. 4/5 is being multiplied by the quantity x minus 2. So if I multiply the 5 just by the factor of 4/5, I don't have to do anything with the x minus 2, and that's why this is golden. Because what's 5 divided by 5? 1. So this leaves us with just 4 times the quantity of x minus 2 when we distribute. Okay, so I distributed there, okay? And now I can distribute again, so I'm going to get 5y plus 5 equals 4x minus 8. Pause the video. Make sure you understand why this 5 was helpful and how we did it. How did I know to multiply by 5? Okay, and now remember our goal is to get the y isolated. So I'm going to be moving or undoing that addition of a constant. Okay, so I moved the constant, and now I'm going to divide by 5. Okay, so all of this is to isolate y. I'm getting that y all by itself. I'm going to end up with y equals 4/5 x minus 13/5. I'll box this one up here too. So that was our point slope form. This is our slope-intercept form. Notice that it goes y equals mx plus b. B just happens to be a negative y-intercept, which is all good. So then we have a third form left, and it's actually not as difficult as you'd think. It's weird because it has different requirements, but it goes pretty quick. So I'm going to convert to standard form. So remember that it's ax plus by equals c. Could be capitals, could be lowercase, doesn't matter. There are no fractions, so we don't like the fact that there's fractions already. And the a has to be positive, so we have to make sure that's going to be a positive number, not a negative number. Now, because the fractions came in when we divided by 5, I'm going to actually take this step and drag it down here. Because this is true. I don't have to divide by 5 because I don't want to add in fractions. I want to leave fractions out of it. So I'm going to bring down the 5y equals 4x minus 13. And now I'm going to, so our goal here is to get the constant isolated. So for slope-intercept form, I wanted the y by itself and isolated, but for standard form, I want the constant by itself and isolated all by itself on the right-hand side. So I'm going to move or undo this 4x. Notice that I did off-center it just to make sure that I didn't add those not like terms. X's and y's are not like terms. Not the same variable, not the same, well, they have the same exponent, but they have to have the same variable and same exponent to be like terms. And I'm golden, right? No, trick question. No, not really a trick question, but this is a -4. That's my a because it's in the a's location. So in this case, a is -4, b is 5, c is -13, and I don't like that a. So how do I undo a negative? Well, there's two ways. You can either divide everything by -1 or multiply everything by -1. Both would work. I'm going to multiply everything by -1. I'm doing it to both sides of the equation. So I'm going to end up some multiply by -1 to make a greater than 0. Greater than 0 means positive. So this turns into positive 4x minus 5y equals positive 13, and that is my standard form. So now I've converted from point slope to slope-intercept to standard form. Could you take this standard form and graph it? Could you take this standard form and go backwards to slope-intercept form? Could you take slope-intercept form backwards into point slope form? So those are two challenges that you can try, and we're under 10 minutes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And along with those challenges, try these comprehension questions. Why is point slope form typically the beginning? Like, could you start at standard form? And that's your challenge, is convert from standard form backwards to point slope form. Whoop, whoop. All right. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.